In this video, we will talk about one specific number, and that is here in my Ritz-Carlton Berlin office. This number is this one, okay? 55. All right, guys? 55 is the most important number now for Bitmine. Why this number in specific and what it has to do with technicals of the stock. All about this here in this vlog.
Welcome to the game, I'm the wolf of Dubai.
So as you can see, I already here arrived at the Ritz-Carlton and time to celebrate, right? Because Bitmine just getting started and we are still very, very early. Now, that said, if you never watched any of my videos, make sure to subscribe both my channels because I'm posting every single day about stocks that can go up 10, 20, 30, 40x from where they are now. So I did this, for example, for Tesla, Nvidia, Palantir, and Hood. And now Bitmine, we invested in around like $30 when it started here on this channel. Our show talked about Bitmine, one of the most amazing companies out there. And now it's important to talk about those specific numbers. Before we diving into that, make sure to check out also extenddaytrading.com, where we essentially trade for you all automatically. You just have to switch on our software and then essentially everything else is done for you. I'm super excited to really let you know that we have a couple of places left. There's always limited places and you just switch on our software and it's all done for you. If you have $10,000 or more, schedule a call with me personally on extenddaytrading.com. Now, why this number? Okay, why this number of 55 is so important? Well, for that, we would need to go a little bit more into the technicals of a stock. When you're looking into a chart of any company out there, then you must understand that it's always about levels, okay? So there's certain levels and the levels are created into a stock when, for example, a level cannot be broken up, right? So let's say, for example, a stock goes from 1 to 50 and at 50 it goes down to 30. Now from 30, it goes back up to 50, goes down again. So you see like 50 becomes a level that if broken, it can really go to the next one, or it will always be a resistance where it's very, very hard to overcome, okay? And for Bitmine, it's actually somewhere around 55, okay? And I'm telling you this because we will dive now into the chart of Bitmine and you can see actually what is happening with Bitmine, okay? So if you see the chart here on Bitmine, you see that we are actually on a run since about like 50s, okay? So 50s, we kind of, stayed somewhere there because now the next level is around 55, okay? So you can see here that we kind of trying to overcome that number. And here you can see that, we tried already on the 2nd of October, but did not quite made it yet. And then we went again and tested it just now, but still it cannot overcome this level. Okay, so what is very important is once we break through this level, you can see the next level is somewhere around like 60, 65. Once that is broken, we are going to challenge level like 70, 78. And after that, it's like 92 and then 106. So you can see that with the current, let's say, bull run in Ethereum, this can be quite interesting. I said, however, as you remembered one of my videos, I also see the potential that we're going down in October because usually the October is not such a great, even when we had like a great start of the October, it can always be quite volatile, okay? But however, it's not only me who is saying that we are interested in these levels, but it's all over X, okay? X is one of the platforms where finance is very, very, widespread. So people are sharing their opinion. And look at what I have seen, okay? Here's what I saw. So you can see here that some people say Bitmine is about to go to Valhalla, okay? So you can see here that the level that is about to get broken is around like 55. Now that we are like 57 as of this recording, it can go, a little bit choppy in this area close to such a big level, okay? But then you go scroll further and many people have the same idea, okay? So you can see here that the first target here is at around like 55, 56, then it's 65, then it's 70, okay? And after that, it's absolutely clear blue sky. You can see that twice we kind of tested those levels at 55, 70, and after that, if we really break that through, then we can see those highs again. It's always important to look for exactly that, okay? So you can see here also someone else says there's multiple instances where where we had this kind of movement, and then what happened after that was a huge move towards the upside. And I'm a person in general, and here you can see that as well, right? So a breakout, resistance zone, and so on. So you can see that the chart is telling us that there's like a really big breakout just in front of us, technically speaking, okay? In my personal opinion, I'm not the biggest technical friend. I'm more a friend of catalyst and news. Why? Let's imagine you have the most bullish chart patterns, but then a bad news hit the market about a specific stock or a specific sector or just general market, right? Then what the stock will do, even when you have the most bullish chart in front of you, exactly, the stock goes down. And also other way around, you can have the most bearish chart pattern, and then you can say, okay, you know what? I'm super bearish on the stock, and suddenly the company comes out with news, or the sector comes out with news, or even the whole market comes out with news that is extremely bullish, and obviously the chart pattern doesn't matter. But what is absolutely insane is when you have a fantastic company and fantastic numbers, fantastic growth, which in this case you have with Bitmine, then you also have the great opportunity that you actually have a fantastic chart pattern and very bullish, let's say, technicals. And the last one, if now any Bitmine news hit the tape, then you know what? Then we take the champagne, we sip, and we will celebrate Bitmine at 100. Okay, so this is exactly what I think will happen with Bitmine. Okay, so we see if the technicals are currently enough to really break through, but then you also need to wait if there's any supporting catalyst or news. Currently, what is driving this rally is all the Ethereum. If we're looking into Ethereum, then you see that slowly but surely it seems like Ethereum just got its temporary highs here at 4,500. Okay, the week was absolutely stellar. We went up about 12% just this week, which was absolutely phenomenal. October is usually the October, so very bullish for crypto. You can see that also, for example, in Bitcoin, where when you see Bitcoin is actually doing quite well this week. So you can see also Bitcoin is having like a 10% increase. So you can see that this is very bullish for crypto. I think this is just like my personal feeling, okay, or with like 20 years plus on the markets. I think that maybe we run a little bit too hot currently into the market for stocks. And in the end of the day, Bitmine is not crypto, and Bitmine is a stock. Okay, Bitmine is bounded by the gravity of the stock market. So if we see a small breather or a choppy area, then I think what is really needed for Bitmine to go to higher levels is really to see, Ethereum having its next level up. And I think like if you're looking into the overall chart of 1 year, you can see that the next big level is somewhere around like 4,800, 5,000. But until then, we can be quite bullish on Ethereum. And once we break out over 4,800 and then 5,500 is next, and then 6,000 and 7,000. Okay, so this will be extremely bullish. And maybe this is the news catalyst that we all need for Bitmine to reach the absolutely next level. But I'm super excited that we have the technicals on our side already, and I really looking forward that you check out XN Day Trading. If you want us to trade for you, this is how our AutoPilot looked like. We send you all the trades all automatically, and we have trades like this. This is just from this week, 27% on coin on Thursday, because there was a great rally. We go in and out, all done for you into your portfolio. If you want us to trade for you, then check out and go and schedule a call with me personally on xnDayTrading.com. And I see you tomorrow. Don't forget to subscribe. And remember, the grass is greener on the other side.